Welcome back, collective, to Lightbridge Tarot. My name is Tania. We're going to bring out the Starlight Deck again. Still fairly new deck, so I want to play with it as much as I can to deliver messages to you. And so we want to find out what the divine has for the collective today. This is a timeless video, so if this message reaches you, this message is meant for you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get into our heart space. Take a deep breath with me. Let it out. Feels great. Let's get into our heart space. Okay, get a couple of shuffles in. Beautiful card stock. Two more shuffles. One and two. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Wow. That's a lot. Okay, one more shuffle. Wow. Okay. Okay, collective. So I'm going to turn them over from the last to the beginning. So Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. This is going to be a long video because of the amount of cards. Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords, Queen of Cups, Five of Wands. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just look at, I'm going to go ahead and get started and let's dive in. But I'm going to sit with the cards because I need to channel and download where we're heading with these cards today. Okay, collective. So the first card that came out is the Five of Wands. Based on the amount of cards that we pulled today, we have total 8 cards. So that means that the reading is going to get a little long. And so I may just leave a clip on TikTok and Instagram, but then put the whole video on YouTube. It just makes sense because it will more than likely be about maybe 20 minutes long. So bear with us. It looks like we have an important message for you. The divine wants you to know a couple of things. And so based on the first card that came out was, it looks like you have been in a situation where it was heavy, where there was a lot of conflict, where you had to defend yourself, where you had to kind of like be in a heated situation, maybe with yourself, maybe in a physical form as well, an external war, but also an internal war with yourself. And so what happens when the Five of Wands comes out is like the divine is it's recognizing that you have been going through this situation where you constantly have to defend this situation. It's heavy. It's a lot. There's a lot of people here, and there's a lot of, it could be mental conflict. It could be in the physical form where there is some type of defending this situation, whether again it could be spiritual, it could be in love, it could be in work, birthing your new craft. It's defending this situation. So as we continue to pull another card, we're going to see where this message gets to. Okay, so we're going to go to card number 2. Okay, so the second card that came out was the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a feminine energy, a feminine archetype. If this is someone that resonates with who's a male on the other side, be mindful that this is probably asking you to channel the feminine energy of the archetype. The Queen of Cups, she is intuitive. She is emotionally mature. She is the type of archetype that you can come to have a wonderful conversation. She is a good listener. She's compassionate. She's kind. She's intuitive. And she's the mother archetype as well. This can also resonate to a an eldest, someone, an auntie, or a mother figure. But also, this is the water sign that resonates with Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So this could be that the divine wants you to channel this archetype, this energy. Be compassionate, be kind, be nurturing, and listen to your intuition. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next card. The next card that we have is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is, you see that he has about 5 swords in his hands, and there's 2. This is the sneaky link. This is trying to get away, try to take the shortcut with a situation. Swords is air. It's logic, intellect, communication. It is the mental side of things. Is someone taking a shortcut? Are you taking a shortcut? If it is definitely challenging, and it feels like you have to defend this situation because you're trying to take a shortcut. Sometimes shortcuts are good, so I'm not saying that it's always bad, but because you're taking a shortcut, it could be definitely challenging. So make sure that you continue to hone into the Queen of Cups energy, where you ground yourself emotionally and intuitively seek this situation and see if it sits well. We're going to move on to the next card. The next card that we have is the Ace of Swords, which is rather interesting that it comes right after the Seven of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is having an awareness, a clarity, a source of new clarity on a situation, and possibly having to have this way of communicating that you have not communicated before. The swords is a double-edged sword. It can cut and it can be cold. So be mindful that when you are addressing this situation, that you have the mental clarity required. And the Ace of Swords is saying, here goes the mental clarity that you need. So if you needed mental clarity as well, here it is. It's in a sword. Put the crown on, listen to your intuition. And what I love it is that the crown can be intuition as well. But we also have the Queen of Cups here. That is the intuitive being, the feminine energy here. And if this is a masculine reading, then it's asking you to channel the feminine energy of the Queen of Cups, which is nurturing. Okay, we're going to move on to the next card. Okay, collective. So the next card that we have is the Eight of Cups, which is rather interesting because we just read the Seven of Swords. So we're moving on from something. And which is rather interesting because he's actually moving on for something. Like, he had enough. This was heavy. Emotionally having to move away from this situation, walk away, water under the bridge, move forward. It was heavy. The situation was a lot, but it's necessary to actually move on from the situation and be able to kind of bring back peace back into your life. That looks like it's very necessary at this time. But emotionally moving away from this situation, subconsciously, internally, and also externally. It's time to move on. Let's move on to the next card. All right, collective. So the next card that we have is the Seven of Cups. Okay, another 7. Okay, we went from 8 to 7 now though. Okay, so it's like you're back and forth with it. And what Another thing that is rather interesting is that you're back and forth with it because you can't make the choice. You have a challenge. Um, you struggle with making a choice. The Seven of Cups is all about choices. What route do you take? What choice are you going to make? Right now, there's so much going on emotionally, and it's like, I need help. I need clarity. Clarity. um, to help get out of the situation. And I believe you have it. I believe you have the clarity that you need, because now it's time to walk away from this situation, okay, and move forward. Don't take a shortcut, or maybe take the shortcut and decide that it's time to go. You're tired of defending the situation. You're exhausted. It's a lot. It's heavy. Don't forget to listen to your intuition. We're going to move on to the next card. I mean, like the Wheel of Fortune coming out right after the Seven of Cups. It's very telling because you have to make a change. Change is necessary right now. The end of a cycle. The Wheel of Fortune also can mean a karmic cycle. The energy that is put out is the same energy that is received. However, the Wheel of Fortune is how you call it? It's like growing pains. It's like a cycle that has ended, that was necessary to have ended, and to start a new one. The Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana. So this is like it tops everything else on the deck, on the reading. The Wheel of Fortune is saying a major transformational cycle is in the making, and that there will be massive, beautiful changes at this time that is necessary. Sometimes changes are great, but sometimes changes can be heavy as well, because we are so we always want to know. The unknown is uncomfortable. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? We want to have control about what happens next, but the divine wants you to know that release control right now and allow the situation to unfold. You have the mental clarity that you need, and stop controlling the situation, because this change is necessary for you. And we're going to move into the next card. Okay, this is card number 8. I just realized it. 8 is the number of karmic cycle. And card number 7 was the Wheel of Fortune, which means the karmic cycle as well. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Temperance. Temperance is another major arcana. And again, this tops every card. It's the focus point here is to find balance. And that things are not quite balanced. She is has 2 jugs in her hands, but when it comes to the Temperance is making sure that there's two opposing what the hell is that word that I want to elements. There's 2 elements that here that needs to be balanced. When we come with 2 elements, we're talking about the soul connection and the emotional connection. And to tap into this energy, your spirit guides, your guardian angels are there to protect you. And they're asking you to ground yourself, to pour into yourself, to find yourself, to give yourself self-care, to remember that you have the power to set boundaries for your peace. And I am believing that the divine wants you to know that the boundaries that you need to set for yourself is for peace. You have the mental clarity that you were seeking with regards to the situation that you're in right now. What I love about this reading is that it's a story. It's the story of your current situation, and it almost like a little movie, if you want to say, of your current struggle, your challenges that you're having. But the divine wants you to know to kind of channel the Queen of Cups energy. So I am going to line all these up so we can look at them a little bit and then kind of soak up what we've learned today and what the divine wants us to know. So the first card that we pulled out was the Five of Wands. Things getting hot, things getting challenging, defending yourself, conflict, and having to have the willpower to stand your ground and get through this difficult situation. The Queen of Cups is the feminine archetype, the nurturing, compassionate, kind, intuitive archetype that would need to be channeled in. Also, this resonates with the water sign Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, channel this energy, or you may be this water sign at this time, or you may be in this situation with a mother figure. Okay, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, but as you can see, the Queen of Cups, she is emotionally mature, she is intuitive, she is following her gut. She's this person that you can go to, that you can talk to, that understands you, that has the listening ear. This is compassionate. She's empathetic. Okay. Then the Seven of Swords is like, oh, we took a shortcut. Ooh, don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, sometimes shortcuts can be good, can be bad, but it's like, at what cost? Was it the logical way to go with this situation? We don't know. However, mental clarity is here. You have this awareness, this new awareness that brought clarity to the situation. So I love that it came right after the Seven of Swords. Okay, I'll listen to your intuition. The swords is a double-edged sword. It can cut and it can be cold. So be mindful of how you are communicating, that you're coming off with clarity and honesty and not harshness. The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is saying, okay, I am emotionally exhausted. It's time to move on from this situation. I done had enough. Water under the bridge. I gotta put this situation behind me. And he's looking back, but he had enough. He's gonna move forward. And this could be subconsciously and externally, because we see the moon here. We see the crescent moon, and we also see the full moon. So another emotional card to have. This is the third cups that we have here. We have a total of 3 cups, and then we have a total of 2 swords. Okay, so mental conflict, and also emotional emotions. I don't know where my mind's going, but moving on for this situation is necessary. Then we have the Seven of Cups, which is yeah, there's a lot going on in your head. There's a lot of emotions attached and having to make this decision like, okay, it's time. It's time to make the decision. It's time to move forward. Um, a lot of choices, a lot of directions you can go to, but make sure that you have the mental clarity and that you're moving away from old patterns, that you make the choice for you. The Wheel of Fortune is the karmic cycle, is transformational, is growing pains, it's leaving what no longer serves you, it's finding boundaries and protecting your peace. The Temperance is coming in major arcana, and this is finding balance. There's two opposing elements here, and finding balance with two, which is the external and also the internal world. And so I love how this is the last card on the deck, which is card number 8. And it is asking you to protect your peace, set boundaries for your peace, to find sovereignty in this situation, to find a grounding period. A lot of self-care, self-awareness, give yourself grace. And yeah, this is a beautiful spread that I was able to articulate or have clarity for you in this situation. The full video is going to be on TikTok. This is a lot to put on. I'm sorry, the full video is going to be on YouTube. It's a lot to put on TikTok. I hope this message brought you peace and clarity that your soul required today. Thank you for watching Lightbridge Tarot. See you on the other side. And remember, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Alrighty. Goodbye.